Sierra Leone, Africa. The early 1990s. As civil war rages across the country, rebels begin forcing villagers to mine so-called blood diamonds. But from deep within the earth emerges a vast treasure they weren't expecting. They discover mysterious figures ranging from 5 to 10 inches tall, often with reptilian or amphibian features, known as nomoli.
They're very strange statues. Some are clay, some are of granite or limestone. They are humans and human figures with lizard heads. There are hundreds of them.
According to legend, the nomoli represent sky gods. When they fell from the heaven, part of the sky turned to stone and rained down with them. Curiously, strange blue stones can be found buried with many of the nomoli figurines.
These strange blue stones, called sky stones, have been found with the statues. And at first, archaeologists thought, okay, it's just blue stones. But when they analyzed it, they couldn't figure out how these had been made too. Although the people in Sierra Leone felt that they were actually pieces of the blue sky that fell with the nomoli.
If these mysterious blue stones are really connected to the legend of the sky turning to stone and raining down on the earth with the arrival of the nomoli, what could they be? Seattle, Washington, March 6, 2019. In search of further evidence that the nomoli statues may have an extraterrestrial connection, ancient astronaut theorist David Childress has arranged to meet up with skystone collector and researcher Jared Collins.
Wow.
Jared has in his possession a number of the mysterious blue stones that were found near the statues.
So how was it that these stones were actually discovered in modern times?
This was actually discovered in 1991 by a man named David Ledbetter. He was in Sierra Leone on a mining concession looking for gold and diamonds. And when he was having his crew dig, occasionally these stones would appear.
What do other geologists say about stones like this? Are they able to identify them?
We've sent these now to 12 different labs. There is not one piece of consensus in here. Everybody has a different opinion. We still don't know, actually, if these are natural or man-made.
So maybe it's from another planet.
I don't know. I really wish I did, and I would love a chance to actually be able to get this in front of somebody else who could look at it again.
I've got some friends at the University of Washington, and I think we can set this up and have another test done.
That would be fantastic. I would love to get some consensus on this to understand what this actually is.
While tests conducted on the stones found with the nomoli statues have so far produced conflicting and sometimes even confounding results, David is eager to have them tested for himself. At the University of Washington, David and Jared meet with renowned geologist, Professor Peter Ward.
Hi, I'm David Childress. I talked to you on the phone.
It's good to meet you.
And this is Jared Collins.
Thank you so much for seeing us today.
Jared, both of you guys, welcome to the University of Washington ISO Lab. So what do we have in this beautiful box?
Well, we're sort of hoping that you can tell us.
Well, well, well. What are these beauties?
We have been through many tests on these, and no one can identify them. They cannot tell us whether these are natural or artificial, what's causing the blue color, if this is ancient or modern.
So they've been checked for the common blue minerals, I take it.
One thing that we know for sure is that this is not turquoise, this is not lapis, this is not arenite.
The fact that it's so unbelievably light really suggests that there's an organic component to it. Anything that goes blue generally is much heavier. So this is really a mystery.
I should mention also that this only comes from one very specific part, from one very specific village. It has never been found anywhere else in the world.
Well, let's do a test that removes any doubt about them being partly organic. So Erin is going to take this rock and she's going to scrape it into these tiny little tin cups. The tin cups themselves will load into our mass spectrograph. They will then be heated to 1,000 degrees centigrade. Everything inside will combust and turn to gas. And those individual gas molecules will then be sampled, and we can examine if there are any truly organic molecules in this rock. Was there some life process that was involved in its formation?
David and Jared return home to wait for the results. When Dr. Ward receives them 2 weeks later, he sends an email to David remarking that what the scientists found was so strange, they ran the test 3 times thinking it was a machine error, and added, "This gives me the creeps." To learn more, David contacted Dr. Ward through video chat.
Hi, Dr. Ward. So I wanted to learn about the results.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. I mean, it was much stranger than we thought. There really seems to be some sort of organic aspect to this. It's got element nitrogen in it in really high concentrations. Having this high amount of nitrogen puts it into a, wow, that's a very peculiar rock category.
We were looking for a possible extraterrestrial origin. Is it possibly a meteorite or even part of a spaceship that exploded?
Let's just say that there's a possibility that it came from off the Earth. As we scientists say, it's worth more study.